It's insane fast.
Night and day difference, isn't it?
It's that. You don't need that. Okay, I'm loaded up. Got the dead buggy on, strapped down. Got the battery pack strapped down 2 ways. Headed over to Felipe's. Man, it's hot. It's supposed to be 95 today, and of course humid. But we're gonna get it done, barring anything going sideways. Made it back onto the back roads, headed towards Felipe's. Hey guys, welcome back. So just a little background for today's video. I've been looking forward to this one for quite some time. So we've got an Intimidator UTV, which was a very expensive buggy 10 years ago, because it's an all-out heavy-duty one with a German motor in it. We've loved the thing, but so far we've blown up 2 different battery packs of the lead acid, you know, the typical 48 volt you got in golf carts and UTVs that are electric. So anyways, today we're going to install a 48 volt red lithium from Vatrer. This is a sponsored video. They did send it to us to trial this out, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take you through the whole process of removing all of the old lead acid batteries, installing the 48 volt system. This thing is cool. It's plug and play, so you don't have to be a rocket scientist or a mechanic to install it if you want to upgrade your buggy. So there's a couple scenes where the audio might be a little sketchy because it was hot. This was August. We did have a fan going, but I'll remedy that as best I can throughout the video. I think you'll enjoy it, so let's get into it. Thanks a lot. I was pushing from the backside. That wasn't all fill. Okay, it was 80% maybe, but I was pushing. Right, we're in and it's drizzling. I mean, we're both praying for rain. Oh, lightning. We're both praying for rain. We might actually get it. Oh, we got to get the battery yet. All right, it's definitely a 2-man lift. It's a pretty heavy pack. If you're doing it solo, you might have to get creative, which we are going to get creative pulling the batteries, as you'll see in a minute.
So like JTF does, knife of the day, old one out of a drawer that we found when we moved. With a custom broken tip. That's special.
I see that.
It's custom. You can reach out to Capper. I will sell this for $374. There's only one like it in the entire world.
A moment of truth. Woo! There we go. Vatrer Power. Supposed to come with the charger and everything. I asked to make sure that they sent that so we had the right one, because when you're switching from lead acid to lithium, it's different. Phil knows more about that than me, but as long as we got the right charger, we're good to go. So we'll need to get this mounted. We'll probably just replace the existing charger, and this was what I was hoping for. They got a, basically a regular 110 that ultimately you just plug it in your garage or your exterior outlet or wherever you're going to charge it. So that's good. And this, I believe, is a gauge that monitors the battery. Smart battery LCD.
Not a dumb one.
Oh, a smart one.
Smart one.
All right, there's our battery connectors. And that's it. I like it. Just 3 pieces. Now we got to get them batteries out. All right, here's what we're dealing with under here. This is the old system. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8 batteries, so they're 6 volt. And what happened was it totally fried down in here. Just like too much whatever voltage. It just, this is the second time this has happened. So second time, same exact spot where all the power comes out from the batteries. So we got to remove these and figure out, now this engine is not movable. So if anything, I'm going to put that battery pack on the passenger side, because I noticed this buggy's leaning a little, like most do when you only got one driver that drives it all the time. So we're going to undo all this, and then we'll probably check back in. This is just labor disconnecting all these batteries. All right, definitely one of the drawbacks to lead acid. I mean, you see that we had all these with dielectric grease on them, but they still get corroded pretty nasty over time. Where that sealed battery shouldn't have any issues like this. All right, we got wire snips. Some of these rubber protectors are a little stiff. We're getting it done.
Trying to make some kind of a lifting device for them batteries. 2 a-holes with bad backs. Oh, you don't want to put that on.
Let's see where you go. Do they have straps on them?
Just the outside one. Now drop that. Give me some light.
All right, so Phil's chain contraption worked, although, as you're going to see here, the outside batteries did not fit through this outside slot. So we got to pull all these from the middle, but fear not, we will get it done. So another thing with these lead acid batteries is you see the rubber hoses here. It was an add-on kit. I had to pay extra for. You have to keep adding distilled water every week in these things. So you're constantly pumping distilled water in them. So the red lithium should totally eliminate the need for any kind of maintenance. All right, let's get rid of all this stuff we don't need. Don't need that, that, that. That, 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 I don't need that, definitely don't need that, probably don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that either. I think we're good.
All right.
I think we're good.
Never need them extra pieces.
Here's how the chain's hooked on. These little battery tabs. That was really helpful. All right, so then we had to pull one of the battery boxes to get the new battery pack in. Alright, so here's the original. This was the original positive to the series of batteries. So we got to take this one off. And with all these small wires, these are like accessories. We're going to put these and we're going to route it on that side. We could put it on either side, but I think it'll be a little bit better for the weight on the back side. So this is coming off. This looks like a fuse or a resistor or something. And then solenoid. Not sure how that battery power system works, but it's still 48 volt. My buddy Felipe is saying it's all the same system, so that's what we're doing now. All right, so we're running a wire extension. That's the negative, correct?
Correct. This is the negative and all the negatives to accessories that went along with it. Right there. So now what we have all of our negatives right here, ready to go to the negative, to the battery.
Okay.
And then here's that point.
Here's the,
and there's the positive accessories, and that will go to the battery, also with our
main
power to the controller.
Okay. All right, we'll clean them off and keep going. All right, when I was cleaning these, one of the ends just popped right off, so they're pretty corroded. So master electrician, we're gonna just go ahead and replace these. Those are for, 2 of them are for the converter, and my guess is one of them's the old battery monitor, maybe.
This one I think we'll save. That's a good connection. I can feel it.
So while Phil's doing that, back to the last scene. Basically, each of these has like a computer, a controller. So it may seem a little complicated, but really all you got to do is replace where your old negative and the positive, and replace them basically the same exact way to the new lithium pack. So it's actually pretty easy. It just, you know, we're working under here. You can't really see what we're doing that well, but it's really not that hard. You just replace the old black and the red leads with the new one with the new battery pack. It really is all we ended up doing. It's the original battery charger up here in front. Pull that next. All right, so in hindsight, we could have left the old one in there because we ended up finding a better place to mount the new one, but I am going to try to sell it. You know, it's a good 48 volt charger, and the batteries that are good, I am going to try to sell. All right, so now we're basically tracing the wires from the original charger back to where they went, so we can disconnect those, and then basically the new charger is plug and play, as you're going to see. So we're basically disconnecting the old charger and this 110 plug here on the side. We're gonna repurpose that so that it plugs in the exact same way as it did from the factory. All right, so this the old 110, we'll pull that off. That goes directly into the original charger. So I'm gonna try to sell this. I mean, that's probably a $500 unit. Obviously, that's still good. Gee, and I could do it. There's 3 wires in there, so we're going to go ahead and cut this so we can reuse this plug, and it's just a lot easier. You pull into your garage and you just plug your extension cord in and you're charging. All right, we're going to leave this empty. The horn we got hooked back up. We're going to move the charger location. We're going to put it here. It's a lot smaller, which is nice, and a lot lighter. There is a fan on it, so what we're going to do is mount it right here. You don't want to get mud and stuff in that fan, and mud will come up, come up in here. And then we're going to change that plug, and we're getting close to connection. Getting close to connection. So did you take off that one negative from the old charger?
Yep.
Yep. All right. Again, that's the negative going into the main, I think the main controller. So that will go to the negative on the new battery. And then these
positives and this main positive, which we identified earlier, going to that either fuse or resistor, whatever that is going to go to the positive.
All right, so we're gonna mount the new charger under the seat here with the fan facing the inside, so you ain't gotta worry about mud on it. We got some heavy duty self-tapping screws. We're gonna drill it right into the frame, the seat frame. So this is gonna work out just fine this way. And it's out of sight, out of mind. Again, you know, you ain't gotta worry about mud splashing on it or anything like that. I missed that second one.
All right, it's time. Let's get this set in place.
All right, so it conveniently fit perfectly in the slot that held 3 batteries. So it's like identical size to 3 batteries stacked on each other. So it fits right in that frame just perfect.
Got going on here now. We got our battery positive to go to our charger. We got to get that, the controller, and then the converter. Get all of those underneath of this. We always do the positive first, or when you're unhooking a battery, you unhook the negative first. You'll never short it out that way. So okay, so and then on that positive, all the little ones are going back on. Yep, that's correct. And I always put the main cable. The main cable should always go up against the battery, the terminal, whatever, however you'd like to call it. Should always be the one that goes up, because that will conduct the most heat, and so you don't want that connection going through these items. Yep. So that's always how you do that. In fact, we should put the charger, should be the next one. We'll put our accessories, our converter. Then we put our positive from the charger up against the battery terminal, and away we go.
All right, so here's the front of the battery. It's even got Bluetooth. You got your red, black. That's going to be the meter, probably the meter, and it does have a power button. So we'll have to be careful on how we put it in. I don't know if you could just leave it on, once you turn it on, or if you got to turn it on and off. Other than that, that's all there is for the connections. That's the positive going on. So if you remember from earlier, that's the one going into that fuse right there. All right, so on the negative side, we've got one cable that goes into the vehicle controller, and the other one is the charger, or the other half, the negative of the charger. All right, pro tip for this install, you could see it's out of sight basically. All the wires we placed towards the back. So we took a screenshot picture of it, so we knew, where we were going to put the positive and the negative. And that the gauge has a little nipple, if you will, so it only goes in one way. So we did all that by feel on the back side. That's the monitor plug right there. All right, so we picked a location for the monitor where we want it to go. So we got to drill a hole through, basically under the windshield. I mean, you could run it kind of around or under that windshield, but it's just going to look a lot neater this way, just punching a new hole there where we're going to mount it. All right, we got the cable routed. We're not mounted yet, but it comes out down through here, and that's where we're going to connect.
right, we're gonna give it a test.
Let's see if the smoke stays inside of everything.
Yeah.
Let's go to your screen.
Okay, here we go. And nothing. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. Woo! We got us an LCD. Now, interestingly enough, when you turn the key on, the original one is also showing full charge, although this one's showing 47%. So we may disconnect this. I've got to decide if I'm going to do that, but this one obviously is the smart one, and we could also tie in the Bluetooth with that. So we're going to wrap this up, but we're getting close now. All right, so then we worked on routing these wires. We used some zip ties and we put them through these grommets under the seat so they'll all be neat out of the way, away from the engine and the heat. And we're just basically cleaning it up here. We're gonna power this thing up here in just a minute.
As we cut the cords to match up to the old existing connector. It's a male here, so you can just take an extension cord and run over to it instead of having to, well, you would still have an extension cord, but it's external, so you can just get right to it. So all we're really doing is just cutting this apart. We're gonna put some butt splices on it, and then we'll just give it some good tape with some Mr. 33, and we'll be all set.
All right, we're gonna do a final walk around, check, make sure everything works. So this is what I was saying, where it's convenient. You just plug your extension cord in. And the charger fan just kicked on. And let's take a look there, see if it's charging. Oh, all right, it says charging, spelled out. You got your temp, voltage. It's got 3 hours, 8 minutes, time to full. And this thing is Bluetooth, and this thing has like touchscreen. There's your status. The charging is on the DSG. I'm not sure what that is. It's on page 3. Technical stuff. Let's just look at it that way. So here, let's do a walk around. We'll check all the stuff. Okay, so nothing works without the key on. So that's cool. The whole system, in theory, everything's the same. So turn the key on. You can hear all the electrical stuff starting up. Horn works. Turn signals. Headlights. This Ninja light works. Winch works. Man, that's pretty much it. I could hear it charging, so that is sweet. We're gonna take this thing for a ride. We'll get a charge on it and then we'll take it for a ride. What a success, man. I gotta say special thanks to Phil. This was an awesome upgrade. I mean, this machine wasn't cheap. We bought like the top tier. This was 10 years ago. This was a $17,000 machine because we wanted the heaviest duty machine we can get. That motor in there, that's a motor built in Germany and built to last. So well worth the upgrade. If you got a cart that you want to upgrade with lithium, I mean, you could order a lithium and hire it out if you want, or if you're pretty good with your hands like we did. What do we got? 3.5 hours into this?
Oh no, we haven't.
And then 2.5 maybe?
It is, I guess we have maybe
about 3-ish
hours.
About 3 hours or so.
3 hours, but pretty much everything was plug and play. The longest and hardest of it was just getting the old batteries out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then getting that new one in was a little challenging, but man, it's awesome. I'll probably throw a strap around it just to be safe, but in this buggy, it fits really nicely in the old battery slot.
Yeah,
so it's not going to be
it
sloshing around.
It fit
right.
with 3 batteries. It took the same space as 3.
Yep. Out of
lead
8,
acid.
it used to have 8 batteries. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. Good luck if you do your own. We'll probably take it for a ride next time. We'll get it fully charged, and we're going to hit some of the hills on our Ozarks new farm, because we got some steep hills. That's really going to test this lithium power if it's legit. So they say it's supposed to be a lot more zip, a lot longer battery life for electric buggies and golf carts. We'll find out. Okay, let's throw the seat on. But hey, before we finish, Phil brought up some good points. When you think about it, we calculated that we saved, what, roughly 300 pounds.
300 pounds.
Which is going to help your hill climbing and your range and all that, because between that charger and the 8 batteries as compared to this one, we figure it's 300 pounds lighter. Whoa, it works!
It even went the right direction.
It works. Okay, so just for the record here, when I started spinning, I didn't know if I was going to be able to. I let off immediately because I didn't want to wreck his driveway. But I could have spun these tires, and this machine never would spin out like that ever before. Not at all, not happening.
That was pretty good.
Hey, I remember someone that the minute they got on my zero turn and my Can-Am.
No, it was my zero turn, and you said, do it. I said, this will do donuts, and you said, do it.
Off.
Donuts. I can do really cool donuts with this thing. Really? As long as you know you're going to fix the driveway.
Oh man,
You asked me to do it. I told you what was going to happen.
she's zippy. Woo!
Better than before.
Yes. Oh yeah. It's insane fast.
Night and day difference, isn't it?
It's never been that fast. Not even close.
No, because that lithium battery doesn't drop voltage when you hammer it down like a lead acid will.
I can't believe it. I can't. That thing moves.
Got better voltage.
Yes.
So hey, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to see us do a conversion on this unit, leave a comment and let us know if you want to see it. Let us know if you've got just a golf cart that needs a conversion, and we'll see if we can't do one on this and show you how that one's done too. I'm sure it's going to be just as simple, but we'll bring it right here to you. Leave them comments.
All right, what is this? How old is this one?
This is a Yamaha golf cart, and it is probably at least 25 years old.
Wow.
So it's old. Everything still works good on it. Batteries are getting down, but other than that,
Nice.
but let us know.
Yeah, hit the like button and put a comment in. I'd love to do this one next. Just like that. Wow, I can't believe